Just wanted to share a quick update from the last video regarding the Mernard's Beta 4.0 engine set. If you didn't see the last video, please check it out. I'll put a link here. During that video, the non-powered unit actually had a capacitor failure, which caused the unit to smoke out. And once we opened it up, we saw that that in fact was causing a problem. So after sharing the last video and talking to some folks, one gentleman on YouTube, I believe RC Driver, it was the handle, had pointed out that they used a polarized capacitor instead of non-polarized or bipolar. And so what that means is when the power is coming in, it is only able to essentially come in one direction, and that is essentially only for DC current. For most of the O-scale stuff, we're using AC current. So with that, it has to be what they call bipolar. So regardless of how the power is coming in, because it's alternating, it can traverse correctly through the capacitor. So that is likely how it, or I'm sorry, likely reason why the failure occurred. So I have a new one here that I ordered from DigiKey, and it's a little bit larger than the original, but still the same. But essentially just cut the wires, solder the wire connections to the legs of the capacitor, put a little heat shrink. So let's power the unit up and see if it works a little better. Hopefully this time we don't have quite the smoke show. All right, so we have lights here. So that's a good sign already. So far, no smoke, no weird noises. So we'll just give it a few seconds here. So what I'll do is I'll pop the body back on this and run the Locomotive set around just for a second, because I really didn't get a chance to show off the two units together in the last video because of the issues I had with this one. But by this time in the last video, we definitely saw some smoke and we had some clear view of oil and stuff leaking out of it. So this one here, nothing, it's not heated up at all. And you can see actually as well, put a little dab of hot glue there so that won't go anywhere as we're running around. But overall, looking good. So yeah, let's get the body on and take it for a drive. All right, we got both of the locomotives on the track here. This is the power unit, of course. We talked quite a bit about that in the last video. I did mention in that one about the blue hue, but mainly that's just to bleed through the light through the paint. Hopefully the actual real quote-unquote models that come out have better paint quality than some of this beta run. But here's the non-powered unit. Shell's back on, and of course you can see the headlight here with the crew figures. And this particular one, I don't have quite as much bleed through, again, just through the paint. Now, the one thing I did notice on this one just a little bit ago is there actually is a switch on the bottom that you can turn the lighting on and off. So being as it's a bit of a budget model, it doesn't have directional lighting. So when you go in reverse, this engine, the non-powered, is still going to be lit. But if you don't want it lit up, maybe a little more prototypical, you could turn that lighting off. That way the headlight isn't showing whenever you're going in the normal direction forward. But if you are running it backwards for whatever reason, you could put the lighting on if that's the sort of thing that bothers you. One thing that I didn't mention earlier is I did actually contact Mernard's regarding the issue that I saw, and they did make the offer for me to send this back in free of charge. They were going to pay shipping both ways and then to make the repair. However, I love hands-on stuff. Electronics isn't something that scares me. This was a simple, easy repair. So I just wanted to point that out, as Mernard's is definitely supporting the development of this product. If for some reason you did buy one of these, you're having this issue, please email them. They're going to be more than happy to make the repair for you. Otherwise, if you're a DIY guy or gal, feel free to make the repair yourself. Again, I bought these off DigiKey. Simply put in 50 volt, 330 capacitor, and you can narrow it down what they have in stock, etc. Basically anything will work that falls under that guideline. So let's turn the volume up a little bit on this one, and then we will give it a quick run, a little bit more than what we did before, so you can see both of these in action.
The air brake test was good, so let's get ready to move. Roger that, we are ready to roll.
You can hear some of that RPM cranking up. One other thing I will update as well is it seems like they've tuned this particular release to the weight of both models being connected. I'm noticing that I have a lot better control over the speed with both models. So I think they calculated in the weight of that additional model, and it seems to be much smoother on inputs. And so I can crank this up and have a lot finer control on this speed. And it just seems to be smoother overall in operation. So overall, I think for sure it's much better to run this as a set. So I'm really happy that this repair was successful. Very simple, of course. Again, just part of the beta testing. I don't know if it's Mernard just spec'd something wrong, or maybe the factory chose something wrong. Hard to say. However, again, Mernard is aware. They're supporting any repairs that need to be done. Overall, I'm very happy considering the price. Again, I'll throw these on the shelf with some nice display pieces. Just wanted to share this quick update with you guys. Thanks for watching. Come back and see me again. Bye-bye.